Hello again. I am Professor Wolfizzle, and today I want to take you with me through a full day of working from home. Because these days may seem quiet and ordinary, but they are full of moments where we think, decide, focus, and learn without even noticing it. I wake up in the morning when the light comes through the window, and for a short moment I stay in bed, listening to the sounds outside and allowing my mind to slowly wake up, because starting the day calmly helps me feel more in control later. As I get up and walk to the bathroom, I already think about the day ahead. Not in a stressful way, but in an organized way, asking myself what really matters and what can wait until another time. After washing my face and brushing my teeth, I prepare a simple breakfast, and while I eat, I do not rush or check my phone, because I want to give my attention to one thing at a time and create a clear start to the day. When I sit down at my desk, I open my notebook and write a few short notes about my tasks. Not because I want to do everything perfectly, but because seeing things written down helps me feel focused and prepared. Before I start working, I take a moment to stretch my arms and shoulders, because I know that sitting for a long time can make the body tired, even when the mind feels active and interested. Once I open my computer, I begin with a task that requires concentration. And while I work, I notice how easy it is to get distracted by small things, like messages, sounds, or random thoughts. So I gently bring my attention back whenever it drifts away. Sometimes I read carefully, sometimes I write slowly, and sometimes I stop for a moment to think, because thinking is also part of work. Even when it looks like nothing is happening from the outside, as the morning continues, I feel productive. Not because I'm rushing, but because I am moving steadily from one task to the next, allowing myself to make small mistakes and correct them without frustration. Around midday, I feel that my energy is changing, so I stand up, walk to the kitchen, and prepare something simple to eat. Knowing that taking a break is not a weakness, but a necessary part of staying focused. While I eat lunch, I look out of the window and let my thoughts wander, because giving the mind a pause often helps ideas settle and makes the next part of the day easier. After lunch, it takes a little effort to return to work, but instead of judging myself, I accept that this feeling is normal and start with something small to rebuild my rhythm. In the afternoon, I join an online meeting where I listen carefully to different opinions, take notes, and speak when I feel that my contribution is useful, even if I need a moment to find the right words. During the conversation, I remind myself that communication is not about perfection, but about clarity, patience, and willingness to understand others. When the meeting ends, I feel slightly tired, but also satisfied, because sharing ideas and listening actively always requires energy, even when it happens from the comfort of home. As the workday slowly comes to an end, I review what I have done, not to criticize myself, but to notice progress and recognize the effort I put into the day. In the early evening, I close my computer and change rooms, because separating work from rest helps me relax and mentally close the chapter of the day. Later, as I prepare dinner and move around the kitchen, I reflect on how natural it feels to use English in these everyday situations, reading, listening, thinking, speaking without pressure or force. Now, as the day becomes quieter and the light outside begins to fade, I sit down with a cup of tea and allow myself to slow down completely, knowing that rest is not a reward, but a necessary part of learning and living well. I think about how learning a language works best when it becomes part of normal life, part of routines, decisions, and thoughts instead of something separate and stressful. As I prepare to end the day, I feel calm and content. Not because everything is perfect, but because I moved forward step by step with patience and attention. Thank you for spending this time with me. I am Professor Wolfizzle, and this was episode 25. And I look forward to continuing this journey with you very soon.